Final group.
Group H. We've got Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. So, how do you think this group's going to go?
Okay, I've got Japan to finish bottom of the group with Colombia third, Senegal second, and Poland first.
Wow, that's a lot different from what I thought you might say. Considering this is the group of death, like all the other group of deaths. So I have a different take on that group there. I'm going to go Colombia first, Poland second, Senegal third, and Japan at the bottom. And and you'll understand why as we go through the teams. I think Colombia had a much better showing at the World Cup last time around, and they've got some decent players in there. Whereas I think Poland is a one-man effort, So let's change it up and let's go with my order. Okay. So I've got Japan at the bottom. What do we know about Japan?
Well, they're not a squad that has star players in there. There's only two real guys that I really knew of, and that's Shinji Kagawa and Shinji Okazaki. One plays for Dortmund, other one plays for Leicester.
Yes. Kagawa with his ill-fated stint at United. He's always been pretty decent for Dortmund. Is that your take on him? Based on his Dortmund form?
Yeah.
Plus, I think he's pretty much a veteran for that Japan team now. He's kind of like the real leader there. What about Keisuke Honda? I think Honda was also... He was supposed to be, at the last World Cup, he was the big name. And I guess his career has kind of fallen off since then. Yeah. Okay, maybe Kagawa definitely is the one to go for there. But they might be a little bit of a surprise package because Japan, you wouldn't think of them as like soccer crazy, but actually, if you look into their culture, they really do like football. It's no coincidence that the big Premier League teams and things like that are trying to get more Asian exposure, and Japan is part of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, Japan did finish first in Group B, which was either Saudi Arabia and Australia.
Oh, okay. So they were all in the same qualifying group.
Yeah.
And they came first.
I mean, the group that they're in, I don't see them beating those other three guys.
Yeah. I think you're right. Okay, and then we move on to, which I said, Senegal. I know I'm being a little harsh on the African teams here, but I haven't seen much from them in a long while, So who's the key guys there, and who's your captain from there?
Senegal, there's only one guy that I really would say is a standout, and that's Mane.
Oh, of course, Mane. I mean, he's been good for a good couple of seasons now.
Yeah, fantastic pace, scores goals, plays very, very well for his Premier League team. Can't look past Mane as captain here.
Yeah, I know a couple of players from there. We've got there's Mbaye Niang. I've heard of him. Mame Biram Diouf.
Diafra Sakho.
Yeah. Oh, Sakho, yes. Don't forget Sakho. I was thinking Keita used to play for them, but he can't be part of the squad anymore.
Biram Diouf.
Yeah, I mentioned him. And my personal favorite, I would award this guy not with the golden boot, but with the absolute best name in the whole of the World Cup, Kalidou Koulibaly. And I'm like, hey, I think we must ask. I don't know if that's racist though, and Indians.
I think if he has roots in Durban, he's fine.
Yeah, then he'd be a Koulibaly.
Yeah, he's African after all.
Yeah. Okay, and then we move on from Senegal in number 3 to Poland in second is what I said, and you said first. So, what's your take on Poland?
I like Poland. Look, they've got Lewandowski as their main striker. Who's my player that I would choose for captain.
Yeah,
I mean, he scores goals anywhere, everywhere, all the time.
Yeah, he has the European record for number of goals in the qualifying, right? I think he beat Ronaldo by 1, so he's got 16 there. How did they actually do in the group, though?
actually sure.
Well, I do know that I can't remember them being in the last World Cup. So they've obviously been on for a while,
well,
right?
The last major thing they did was in the 2016 in the quarterfinals where they lost on penalties to Portugal.
Yes. So they actually didn't do too badly at all there.
Yeah.
But I remember in the qualifying, I think they lost like 4-0 to Denmark.
Yes, that was one of the games that was actually...
I'm assuming Lewandowski wasn't around there.
Yeah, that was concerned about the defense. So.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. See, I don't really recognize too much out of it. I mean, look, they've got stellar names in defense like Fabianski, Szczesny, and like, aren't these the same buggers that play for Arsenal and are the worst ever?
Well, Milic is not too bad. He's another striking partner of Lewandowski's, and he had a good Euro. And so did that Krasinski. He had a good time. And Blazowski.
Oh, yes. I think I actually did. I must correct an error there. I think I said Blazowski played for Switzerland, but I think I was definitely mistaken about that.
Yeah.
Piszczek. I remember Lucas Piszczek is also pretty good. But, we don't even really
It's an open group, so we would try to find a gem here somewhere that would score a few goals against other teams.
I mean, so I'm assuming they'll have like a cheap defense, so maybe they will be looking for that. But captain, Lewandowski, no real doubt about that. And since he's in such a decent group, you would expect him to score. So actually, he's one of my more captain of the tournament people to look at. I would not be surprised that if Poland do get out of this group, that they go to maybe the quarters, and he might actually be considered for the Golden Boot, Lewandowski.
Listen, there's only one captain for this tournament, and that's Messi. You can choose all these other guys and try your luck and stuff. I'm telling you now, all my years of experience, Messi will score more points than anybody.
Okay, we'll see that. I would just love for Ronaldo for Portugal to win, even though they absolutely wouldn't necessarily deserve it at all, just so that this Messi-Ronaldo thing can end decisively, or even if Portugal just gets ahead of Argentina and Ronaldo scores the goals. I know you love Argentina, but I just want that thing. I mean, we've been privileged for these many years. How many other sports can you get two absolute greats playing their best game, and you watching them like at the same time? I mean, the only one I can think of is in tennis. Your Federer versus Nadal, and in my eyes, Messi's Nadal and Ronaldo's Federer, and it's appropriate too because the age difference is.
That's all fine. If Argentina don't make it further than Ronaldo, I'll just go to Plan B, and that's up on the fact that we made it further than England.
I knew you'd say that. Okay, let's move on to who I think is number one in that group there. That is Colombia. And when you look at the Colombian team, an obvious name that sticks out, he hasn't had a good season. James Rodriguez in Bayern Munich.
That was going to be my pick, just on the fact of the last World Cup that he had. He was fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean, he really needs to prove himself again, I think. To earn himself back to that glory days that he was having there for that short time. But I mean, honestly, I think they were, Colombia obviously were pretty good in the last World Cup. I believe they did struggle this time around in the qualifiers. But I mean, because I think they had to wait till like the last game before they made it to the tournament. But Rodriguez, I mean, he's a powerhouse in the team. We've got other guys like Radamel Falcao, another United link there. He has really, I think he's turning it around a little. He's actually doing pretty well at Monaco again. And I think, again, this will probably be his last World Cup. So to me, you've got James Rodriguez and you've got Falcao there, and then there's other guys
Carlos
like
Sanchez also.
Yeah. So there's a couple of recognizable names in there, and I think genuinely as a team, they play pretty attackingly, so they're a little bit more entertaining than Poland will be. And I mean, Poland again, I would say the big weakness is that they gotta really protect Lewandowski in that team, But I really think that Colombia will do better than Poland, but again, time will tell.
And with that said, hopefully that information will be very useful to you and your Fantasy League team. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and join us for future videos.
The World Cup has made its goal!
Andres Cantor, you know that is incorrect usage.
I have no control! This job has taken its toll! Harry Kane. What a goal to win a World Cup! A brilliant strike, which is surely enough.
Tremendous goal, and it's what England deserve.